Today I just saw one news that a 7-year-old boy in India, Himachal Pradesh, he became the youngest surgeon. He was the youngest surgeon of the world. He did the surgery at 7-year-old. At 12-year-old, he finished his schooling and he joined IIT. At 17, he is pursuing masters. You may consider that as a freak of the nature. But he's not freaking out. He's very intelligent. In Hinduism, we definitely believe in Punarjanma. That means we are subject to rebirth, and we have many instances proven that people are born with skills and abilities which they have never learned in this life. There are many prodigies who have started showing their excellence in any particular field from the very, very early childhood. It only shows that there is no one birth. We carry what we have learned in some way or the other into the next life. Islam, Christianity, Judaism, and many other religions do not believe in this theory. They say there is only one birth and one death. Finished. If that is the case, how will you justify two children born to the same household or family or parents, one intelligent, another stupid? How will you explain that? Either you have to say, it just happens. We do not know the reason, it just happens. Or God has made one intelligent, another stupid. In the first instance, science always need to explain cause and effect. If somebody is stupid, there must be a reason. If somebody is intelligent, there must be a reason. Who is the reason? Parents. If that is the case, both of them should be intelligent or both of them should be stupid. Therefore, science, if it tries to explain in a logical way, it cannot explain this. If you go to the religion and then if you say God had made one intelligent, another a stupid, then God is partial. Why should you make one intelligent, another one stupid? What is the reason? God is a local congressman or what? You can bribe him. One intelligent, one is stupid. That's also not right. So the explanation that is given in Hinduism and all the religions that came from the East, they all have the same understanding that there is no one birth. Like you want just water with me. This is explained in Gita as Punarjanma. Puna means again. Janma means birth. So this makes all Hindus very comfortable. Is janam mein nahi hua to agle janam mein dekhenge. If it is not happening in this birth, next birth will. We have always the choice. So the theory of karma is essentially built on this. And the Western world also nowadays are accepting this point. If something is happening to you which you do not know why, the Americans or the Western world also now they say it's all because of karma. It's all because of karma. right? So karma theory says every action must have a result. No action will go without giving the result. And to whom? To the one who did, not somebody else. If I did an action, knowingly or unknowingly, I will be the recipient of the result of that action. If not in this birth, the next one. Otherwise, the whole concept will fail. I do something and die, I'll never get the result at all, good or bad. So I must be the one who does the action, must receive the result of my action, either in this birth or next birth. In other words, what I am now experiencing is a product of what I did in the past, either in this life or in the previous life. So this way we explain the odds. Why one is intelligent, one is not. Why one is rich, another is not. One is always having certain good experiences, another does not. Why there are mixture of such experiences in us. Some are good, some are bad. Though I do not see any particular reason for it. So this way, the theory of karma is an explanation, not a solution. Please think. It doesn't solve your problem. If I am going through certain experiences, the theory of karma explains, but it is not solving the problem. Why is that explanation necessary? So that you are intellectually quietened. Then you think of what should be done. If that is not given, that intellectual quest or query, or the question is not answered, why am I experiencing this? If that is not answered, you will become hateful, unhappy, depressed, dejected, hate everybody around you. Everything happens to me only. Nobody else is happy. What is that? It's the karma of somebody. Switch it off. That's how it is. There is no emergency here. Only doctors have to be careful. So, the karma theory explains the things that otherwise cannot be explained, but they are not going to solve the problem. Now, there are two ways of solving this issue. Why am I experiencing things that I do not know? Why? So, the Vedas have got ritual portion. This ritual portion of the Vedas, ritual part of the Vedas, they tell you, okay, certain karmas you do to appease, to overcome your situation. So this way, you can overcome or at least reduce the effect of what is happening to you. So those who believe in the rituals, etc., they proceed in that direction and they do various rituals to make sure that the effect of the past is reduced. They look at the astrological chart and then say, yes, this is what is called Sade Sati. This is going to happen. This is going to happen to you or your family, whatever. And they say, do these karmas or rituals by which you can overcome this problem. All right. Those who believe in that, proceed in that. Those who believe in the devotion to God, what they say, nothing you can do. Do prayer to God, go to different temples, offer your prayers or daily prayers you do at home, by which you are able to reduce your anxiety and the feeling of being punished. Hey, Bhagavan, I do not know why it is happening. So please take care of this. My devotion, my love to you. And I offer my prayers and pranams to you so that you take care of this problem. So those who believe in God, God's power, faith in God, love for God, devotion to God, they can go in that direction and stop it. And stop it means stop worrying about it. In the path of knowledge, which is what Gita is going to talk about, it says that rise above this. What do you mean by raising about this? Understand that everyone who has done any action will go through those experiences and become wise. In life, we always find through our own experiences alone, we become better. By looking at others, we hardly learn. When it happens to us only, we become more wise. Isn't it? How much ever the packet says statutory warning, smoking kills, smoking can cause cancer, etc. Still you go smoke. Why? Because you don't have a personal experience. If your brother died out of it, you become careful about this. It has to hit you. So therefore, what Vedanta or the Upanishads would say, or Gita would say, is understand what is inevitable, unavoidable. You cannot do anything about it. That's why this question of what is prarabdha and purushartha, what is called destiny and what is called free will, this question always arises in our mind. Is it not? What is destined to me and what is that I have a free will to overcome that? Gurudev made a beautiful observation. What you meet is a destiny. How you meet is free will. It is raining. Is it your choice? Did you say that it should rain? Do you have any way of stopping that? Can you say yes or no? Hey, thanks. When it rains, if you want to go out for a walk or you have to pick up somebody, go by walking. What do? Take an umbrella and go. That is called free will. See, when you have to meet a situation, instead of sitting and crying, whenever I want to go only, it will rain. And this Bhagavan is specifically punishing me here. It's not that he's raining only for you. In fact, he's doing his gardening work. Because so many places where it is not watered, he says, okay, once in a while I have to water all the plants so that it will be nice. You are not going to water all the plants and even in the forest and all. Who's watering? He is taking care of it. So when it is raining, it is a situation that I cannot stop, I cannot help, I cannot overcome this. And if I have something to do, what I would do? Take an umbrella and do my job, or put a raincoat and go, or take a car and proceed on, instead of sitting and crying about it. So we must understand things that I cannot stop must be accepted. What I cannot change must be endured. Yes or no?
Yes.
No. You understand that rain is there, therefore I cannot help it. I have to work on that. If I need to do something, go ahead. Now, if you come closer to yourself, can you stop becoming old? Tomorrow onwards, I decided not to get old. Is it a choice? Or you tell your children, when you are so young, you are so cute, don't grow. Stay there. 4-year-old, 5-year-old, I allow the comment. That fellow becomes 12-year-old, never listens to anybody. Anything you ask, the shoulder goes up and down. You cannot stop. You cannot stop them from growing. Huh? Your own body also, you cannot stop from growing. Can you stop your nail growing? You can cut it if you want, but it grows. Can you stop your hair not growing? Falling away? At some point only it grows. Afterwards it starts. Now, if you look at closely in your body also, you cannot stop what is going on. 24 hours of a day is 24 hours only, not 1 second more, 1 second less. You can stop the clock, but time will go. Earth is rotating in its own axis and goes around the sun. You cannot stop that. Now you will start looking at it. What are the things which are in my hand, which I can do, and what are the things I cannot but accept? if you look at it, 90% of that things are not under your control at all. Very small fraction of it is under your control. And what is that small fraction of your under control? How you think. Not. In Bhagavad-Gita, Arjuna was in the battlefield. War is about to start, and he said, I don't want to fight. Krishna says, it's not your choice. You understand, this has to happen. Do you think you have a choice there? This is inevitable. That is when he asked this question, if this is inevitable, how do I find myself out of it? How do I find myself at peace or shreyas in this situation? Is there a positive outcome out of the whole thing? He said, yes. It depends upon how you think. The entire Bhagavad-Gita is about how to think and how to face the inevitable, so that you don't worry about it. Now, closer to home, this physical body, vasamsi jirnani yada vihaya, navani grihnadi naroparani, tada sharirani vihaya jirnani, anyani samyani navani dehi. Just like when clothes become old, what do? Very graciously you donate it. One very big lady, she had a lot of clothes which she had used, no doubt, but afterwards she didn't want to use it. So he told her husband, these big clothes which I have not used for a long time, which I have not planned to use also, let us give it to poor people. My husband very clearly said, they are not of your size, you know that. Waste, giving it, that is a waste. Vasamsi jirnani means old clothes. Yata vihaya, it's just like as you give up. Navani grihnadi, when you take new clothes. In the same way, jirnani sharirani, when the body becomes old and worn out, when it is no more able to withstand further karmas which you need to experience in this world, leave and take the new one. See, as I said in the beginning, your actions, you will have to face the experiences of the result. If this physical body is incapable of facing those results anymore, it gives up, takes the next one. Gurudev used to say, a man came back home after the long day's work, and he was so tired, and he was, having a coffee and then relaxing. At that time, his friend called, hey, how are you for the weekend? I'm just tired. I just came back home. Hey, this weather is so good today. Let's go for a tennis game. Come on, quick. No, I'm not interested. Come on, get up. Let's get going. Next week, I'm not in town because this week, let us play. Come on, quick. So enthused to buy his, call. And then he gets up, takes a shower, and puts on his tennis clothes. He was wearing a coat and other things from the work. So he puts on the tennis clothes and put the tie and etc. and gets into the tennis court to play. Now, when he plays in the tennis court, he has to place the tennis clothes. If he's going for swimming, he cannot wear the coat and suit and get into the... So, as per the experience, so should be your clothing. Correct? In the same way, as per the experiences that we have to face, so would be the kind of body you will take. If you're too fond of a fish, next birth will be in the water. If you're too fond of the birds, All the time you are watching the birds, next birth you will be there. Everybody will be watching you. Because our next birth is depending upon what? What we are thinking right now. Gurudev always said that your next birth, blueprint of the next birth is happening right now in your head. What you would be later will be decided by what you are thinking right now. So, thinking is what is given to the human beings, and because of which the human beings think that they can decide the things that are happening in their life. No doubt, to a certain extent, yes. But 90% of your experiences in life are not decided by you. How you face them, that is yours. What you will face, not yours. 24 hours a day is given. What you do in those 24 hours, you decide. Yeah? Yes or no? Yes. Hunger and thirst are not decided by you. Do you decide whether to be hungry or not? I think at 11 o'clock I will get hungry. That's not decided by you. Of course, by looking at the food, you'll get hungry. That's a different thing. Or looking at the menu, you get hungry. But the body really gets hungry on its own. Body, whether it wants to drink water, become thirsty, on its own. You don't decide this. The hunger and thirst of the body is not decided by you. It happens, and then what you want to eat, that is decided by you. Not me. Now, my case is different. It is decided by Bhiksha people. That's why I do prayer a lot. Oh Lord, may this be something useful to my body. Very intense prayer. More people cook, more prayer it would be. So what you eat is decided by you. What you do in those 24 hours decided by you. People whom you meet is not decided by you. How you meet them is decided by you. So human beings have got the ability to face the situation according to the way they think. Therefore, Bhagavad-Gita teaches how to think. The situation created in that the Mahabharata war has not changed. Before Arjuna could fight, what was the situation is the same after Krishna talked to him also. Nothing changed. But how you started to think started changing. So in life, what we should learn is, more than anything else, how to think. See, people around you would not help you in that. Because most of them live thoughtless life. They just imitate others. They just do the routine things. No change from yesterday to today, today to tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Same thing. Any progress happens in our life only when we start thinking. So when your child decided to go to the university, she starts thinking what I want to do. Not because my friend is this, my other friend does that, my neighbor does. No, what I want to do. What I am inclined to. Is it not? So, what Bhagavan Krishna says in Gita is, as per your thought, so will be your future. As you think, so will be your rebirth. It is not only what will happen tomorrow decided by you today. What will happen after you leave this physical body is also decided by you. In what way? What is the kind of thought that you have in your mind? So that is why Punarjanma-rahasya-prakatikaayai Namah. Punarjanma is rahasya. Rahasya means what? Nobody knows it's called rahasya. Right? If everybody knows it's not rahasya. Always we say, no, let me tell you something, don't tell anybody. Huh? So then you, if you're intelligent, you will ask, then why are you telling me? No, because you are my friend. I'm telling you, don't tell. Don't. The way he says, don't tell, it's only to show that go and tell a maximum number of people. So what is rahasya here? We don't know. What is rahasya? What I don't know is rahasya. Or when it will happen, how will it happen is a rahasya. But here it is, prakatikai means opens up. Prakatanam. What is Bhagavad-Gita is trying to open up and tell us? What is the secret of next birth? The secret of next birth is what you think now. And not now only. Now, whatever you think, always, continuously, that will decide what it will be next. Now, this many people do not understand. Therefore, Gurudev used to give an example. In Vivek Chodamani, Bhagavan Shankaracharya also explains. A caterpillar, for example, does not have wings. It doesn't fly. It crawls. But as a caterpillar, it wants to fly. It wants to move places with its wings. But it cannot. So as soon as this is born, when it is ready, the mother butterfly would put that child or that butterfly into a small shell and will not allow that fellow to come out. Whenever that fellow tries to come out, it will stink it. Don't. So, because of this tyrant mother, Gurudev would say, tyrant mother, which will not allow it to get out, but it wants to fly off, it keeps thinking about how to get out, how to get out, how to get out. That very thought process of that caterpillar makes it develop the wings. Once it keeps on thinking about it continuously. I want to get out of this tyrant mother and I fly away from her. And because it is a constantly thinking and not coming out, it develops such a intense thought, it starts developing the wings. And the mother is so happy at some point of time when it realizes that fellow is started to develop the wings, it releases it. Now you go. If the mother had not done that, that fellow will be crawling only still. So the mother's act there is to not just to punish the child. Mother is there to make sure that fellow will not go out until it develops the wings. In the same way, if the thought can create wings to the caterpillar to become a butterfly, beautiful one which moves around, what can thought do? Think about it. Even for the butterfly or the caterpillar, it can create physical wings. Mind can create abilities. Mind decides the physical situation also. Very often you might have woken up from a dream, a terrible dream, where you have been chased by a tiger. Because previous day you went to a zoo and looked at the tiger and came back home. Tiger came back in your dream. And as though you are in a forest, lonely forest, walking alone, suddenly one fellow started to, or you watched this National Geography. So therefore your mind is thinking about the tiger, and then in the dream, you started being chased by a tiger and you're running and you wake up. And you will find invariably that you're sweating. Nothing you did, you are lying down. In the dream you ran. In the dream you ran. Because you ran in the dream, physical body starts to sweat. Think. Just close your eyes and think about gongura chutney. You will get saliva in your mouth, I'm telling you. Isn't it? Now, what is the connection between the saliva in your mouth and gongura chutney, which is not there? You think about it, it'll start. You understand the power of the thinking then? By just the thought of it, your body starts reacting. So Punarjanma, the next birth is a rahasyam, a secret, so long as you do not know that what is tomorrow or what is next birth is decided by my thought. Therefore, Vedanta, Bhagavad-Gita, Upanishad, all of them are addressed to your mind. The way to think is what is taught here. Arjuna was told to start thinking differently. When he says that my own people are here, my own cousin, my own grandfather, my own, all these people are my own people. How do I kill? How do I do this? Krishna says, Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityuhu dhruvam janma mrutasya cha. Tasmad apariharya arte natvam shochitum arhasi. Anything that is born is subject to death. Jatasya, of anything that is born. Dhruvaha, sure. Mrityuhu, death. But one more point he puts, which is not accepted by most of the Semitic religion. Dhruvam janma mrutasya cha. Mrutasya dhruvam janma. This is not accepted by the Western world of, their religion. But anything that is death is subject to rebirth. They do only one track thinking. Anything born is going to die. That they accept. But Hinduism and Buddhism and other Eastern religion would say anything subject to death is subject to rebirth. When we understand this, that this physical body is subject to death, we know all religion also talks about everybody's body is buried or burnt or whatever it is. That is not coming back. But the soul which was there in that body doesn't die. It comes to another body, another birth, another place, another experiences. So we have gone through many lives in our journey. This is one of them. This one among the thousands of lives you have already taken, and one among the 1,000 lives you will be taking further. If you have the broad vision of this, then you take this particular life, present life, sincerely doing what you need to do, not seriously. Because when you become serious, your mind is narrow. When you become sincere, you broaden your vision. Said, I do my best, but this is not the only thing. I can do whatever I can do in this life, but I have a whole journey ahead. Many lives to go, and every life let me improve myself more and more and more and more. Finally, I reach the abode of God. Until then, I have to continue to doing my best, and every moment may I increase my awareness, my maturity, my thinking. So do not get stuck in one particular circumstance or certain attachments, certain, experiences. Keep moving. See, as much as many of you, almost all of you would say, I'm talking about first generation of Indians who are here. Is it not that you left your lovely home and the parents back and came here for a different experience, for different opportunities, different challenges? Have you not? So you left and came here for what? To become better. Sir, no. In the same way, as much as you are able to detach yourself from your friends and your home, your parents, your brothers, your sisters, your buddies, you need to make sure that you become better here. In the same way, this experience also is one level. You can become better. And for which you must prepare yourself. This is what Bhagavad-Gita says, that in this lifetime, here where you are, not only you complete your duties and responsibilities to your family, but do not stop preparing for a greater experience by right thinking. And that's why Bhagavan Krishna says, whomever you see here, Arjun, they are all earlier absent, not seen by you. And now you are seeing them. After them, at some time they'll disappear from your scene. It's like in a movie or in a drama stage, character appear and disappear. Isn't that true? In your life also, if you look at it, whatever friends you had when you were 4-year-old, 5-year-old, where are they? Either they are there somewhere else or they have disappeared. But they have not become absent. They are in some other place, in some other form. So therefore he says, Avyaktadini bhutani vyakta madhyani bharata avyakta nidanan eva tatraka paridevana. Earlier they were unmanifest. Now they are manifest. After them they will become unmanifest. Earlier they were not seen. Now they will be seen. After that they will become unseen again. At 9 o'clock today morning, what were you thinking? Tell me. Should I go or not? No, so at exactly 9 o'clock, exactly at 9 o'clock, what you were thinking? I just know, then only I got up, Swami. See, even though at 9 o'clock you were aware of what you're thinking, now if you want to recall, not possible. At that time it became Vyakta. Vyakta means available, known, you are aware. Now what is it now? Avyakta, gone, disappeared from you. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now what you are thinking will be there at this moment, another few moments later, gone. So every moment of our experience, what we are now seeing is Vyakta. Earlier it was Avyakta, not there. And after some time, it becomes Avyakta again. So presently it is manifest. Earlier it was unmanifest. Later on it will become unmanifest. So too, every being here were present in the unmanifest form before the creation. They come to have their form in this present creation. After that, they become unmanifest again. Again, manifest, manifest. This is a cycle. This very place where you have all the various vegetation. Let's say you have tomato there, they have their guava there, and there is an apple there, an orange. Where do they draw their essence to create those oranges and apples and guavas?
Seeds.
From the earth. Correct? It's not from somewhere else it's coming. Not Bhagavan is producing it and putting it there. Everything is essentially coming from the root. And from the root it becomes leaves and then flowers and then ripened to become a fruit, a beautiful juicy fruit. It draws from the earth. And in the same earth only, many animals, many dead bodies were buried. Those bodies and dead bodies have metamorphosized to become the orange in your hand. When you are having the orange, understand it is somebody's dead body only. I'm not joking, it is a fact. In this very same place only, so many dead bodies were buried. Do you think that is only yesterday this earth was born? No. Millions of years so many people have died in this. Now I'm scaring you. Huh? So many dead bodies have been buried in this very place. And the essence of that only again has become the mulch and whatnot. From there only, the fruit has come. And when you eat that fruit, it becomes your part of the body. And it becomes again back to the earth. When you go for toilet and then what it becomes? It goes back to the same place. The same only. This is what is called the unavoidable recycle of things. So earlier it was unmanifest, manifest orange, and manifest again. So if you look at the entire creation, this is what the cycle is. What was there, not there, now become manifest. After some time, again unmanifest. This is clearly Bhagavan says, Avyaktadini Bhutani. All these beings were absent before, meaning unmanifest. Vyaktamadhyani. Now it has become manifest. Avyakta Nidanani eva. They go back to unmanifest. Why are they worried? Nobody is going to be absent. They're only not seen, not seen. Just like as I said, the characters were not seen, come into the stage and act, then disappear. Why are you? This is the rahasya. So one rahasya is that what you meet is not decided by you. How you meet is decided by the way you think. Second, what I think predominantly in my mind will decide what I will be in the future. Third, nothing in this world is ever always there. Everything comes and goes. Everything is born, is subject to death. What was unmanifest before, come to manifest as this creation, only to go back to unmanifestation again. Like, look at some of the trees. They, during the winter, they shed the leaves, right? And that's nature. Why they shed the leaf? Because leaves have to leave. That's why they're called leaves. They leave because their nature is to leave. Only to come back in the springtime again. There's beautiful leaves and flowers and fruits. Then after some time, slowly color change. And that is what is called manifest and manifest, manifest and manifest, manifest and manifest. You understand? This is unavoidable cycle of birth and death. So this is the rahasya. So Punarjanma-rahasya-prakatikaayai Namah. Gita gives us the beautiful insight into life. When we understand, we recognize this. Now, while thus we are here, what is that I need to do? This is the next question. I understood. I am here for a short period of time. Whatever time I have, I do not know, but I have a short period of time. Now, what should I do? Krishna says, do your Svadharma. This is the next one. Svadharma-prabodhinyai Namah. Teaches you what is your Svadharma. Svadharma means what naturally comes to you is called Svadharma. Not your acquired knowledge. Acquired knowledge is not your Svadharma. What is naturally comes to you is called Svadharma. Now, one may say that Swamiji, in today's world, see, in the previous, let us say, take it 200 years back, or 300 years back, there were no learning schools of medicine or carpentry or engineering. All were taught by their own parents only. If you are a father is a priest, what you learn is from him how to do a priestly work. If your dad is a soldier, a kshatriya, a warrior, a fighter, what do you learn? Do puja. No, because you have no question of that. Because you don't have even the inclination to do that. You don't have an opportunity to learn that. You don't have an exposure to do that. What you learn is how to fight. If your father is a farmer, your family is a farming family, then what do you learn? Farming. Right? Nothing else. Now, so therefore, understand from the standpoint of Gita when it was taught at that time, Bhagavan Krishna says, broadly speaking, what you have learned by observing and accumulated from your own parent is your Svadharma. Please don't take out of context. Now I'm making you clear that when you are born in a particular family and circumstance, what you have observed and learned from your own elders becomes your Svadharma. So if you are a warrior family, you will learn that. If you are a farming family, you will learn that. If you are a carpenter's family, you will learn that. If you are a priest's family, you will learn that. Because that has become inbuilt character of yours. And yet, from the early stages, if you are a Kshatriya family, your body will be strong, you will be eating accordingly, and then you will be daily doing that work. But in today's world, it has changed in the sense that even if you are born to a farmer's family, you can be you can be an administrator, you can be a warrior, you can be a priest also. That opportunity is there. So we must understand the context in which Krishna is talking about. What he says, what is natural to you, spontaneously coming to you, inbuilt in you, natural characteristics born out of your own observation and training, is what you need to engage in. Why he is saying this is, Arjuna doesn't want to fight. What is natural to him? Kshatriya was. And he has been proving himself to be that one. He has won great amount of warrior wars. It is called Dhananjaya. He has built so much of wealth out of that one. And he has become such a great archer of his life, archer well known. And when it comes to the war field where he had to prove his strength there, which is the best place where he can prove, I'm not going to fight. And what do you want to do? You know what he says? In chapter 1, he says, let me go and beg and live. Let me become a sannyasin, renounce the whole thing and walk away. Krishna says, something wrong with you? What is natural to you is Svadharma. Svadharma-mabichaveksha na vikampitum-arhasi. Thinking about what is your duty which comes to you naturally, you should not even waver. Tasmat aparihat. So therefore he says, dharmyadyuddhat shreyonyate kshatriyasya na vidyate. And this war is about doing the right thing. You are not fighting for wrong purpose. And for a kshatriya, when he has to fight for a right purpose, that's the best thing that can happen to him. If I am a teacher, if I can teach, and if I have the right student, qualified student in front of me, that's the best thing that can happen to me, right? If I have a teacher and then all fellows are stupid around me, whatever I say, nothing goes to their head. I feel frustrated. Not now. Because if when I get a chance to teach the right person who can get that knowledge from me and then proceed on in his life, that is the best thing I can do. So too, my power as a warrior can be best utilized when people are going to benefit out of this thing that I'm going to do. I'm bringing back what is righteousness in this country, where people are not, allowed to do the right thing. They are persecuted by the tyrants who are doing the wrong things. When I can eliminate them and bring about a resurgence in this country by doing the right thing, is it not that I'm ready to do it? So this war is a perfect place for you to express your Svadharma. And by doing this, idrichya cha upapannam swargadvaram apavrutam sukina kshatriya partha labante yuddham idrisham. But by thus engaging in this war, when you are able to do your best, this will lead you to Swarga. Why? Because this is punyam you're doing. This is something which is to be done, and you as a Kshatriya alone can do. I cannot ask a priest in the temple to come and do the work here, or a person who is doing business in his shop, and I cannot ask him to do that here. It is come to you as an opportunity to not only do your best, but by doing your best, you are going to gain the highest merit, for which Swargadwaram Apavrutam, the doors of the heavens are going to open for you. Sukina Kshatriya Partha, this kind of an action that has come to you, Yuddham Idrisham, this kind of a war field that you have got. And in case if you do not engage in this war, Adachetma mimam dharmyam na sangramam karishyatsi tada swadharmam kirtim cha hitva papam avapsyasi. When you do not use this opportunity which has come to you, Arjuna, don't do it. if you don't use this particular opportunity, what you are committing is a sin. See, it is like this. Let me give a simple example. Let us say I'm a police officer carrying a gun. I'm trained to shoot also. But I won't shoot necessarily because I am a trained police officer. Now there is a burglary going on. What should be my duty then? Chalo, karo. Until $999.99 you can do. That is California. I don't know whether it's revoked it again. I think as of January 1st, they were supposed to revoke it. So when a burglary is going on, not doing the duty is a sin. I'll be punished. For what? Hey, you are there and this crime is going on and you had the authority to do it and don't do it. You will be punished for not doing. One boy came to school and asked the teacher, can I be punished for something I did not do? No, I didn't do my homework. Not doing is a punishable act there. Now, you as a Kshatriya who is capable of fighting and setting right the situation, not doing is sin. Just like your gardener is there and you have a lot of weeds that are there and he comes every week and doesn't take care of it, what will you tell him? Hey, why am I paying to you? So many weeds are there and they are all affecting my healthy plants. Is it not your duty to remove them? Huh? Similarly, hey Arjuna, your duty is to make sure that Dharma is re-established and you know who are the people standing for Adharma. Karna, Drona, Bhishma. They may be your grandfather, grandchildren, whatever it is, your cousin or uncle, and your own teacher. But they are standing for what? The wrong purpose. Not doing that is punishable act. So, if you hatva sva prapsasi swargam jitva va bokshase mahim. If you are getting killed in this war, you will go to Swarga. If you win, you will get the kingdom. So both ways, your win-win situation. Tasmad uttishta kaunteya yuddhaya kritanishchaya. Therefore, get up and fight. Now, I have explained to you what is Svadharma in the context of what it was some 200 years back. Now, let us look at now, presently. What is my Svadharma? If you are able to recognize what is your natural tendency and pick up your profession accordingly, that you will be enjoying what you do, no matter whether you get even paid or not. There are many people who take up their profession out of what according to them, coming to them naturally, spontaneously, easily, and if they get the profession also accordingly, it is said that when you start loving what you do, you don't work even a single day. Right? When you start loving what you do, you don't work a single day because you don't feel tired at all. But whereas, if you take up to some profession just for the sake of money, where your heart is not there, your mind, then you say, oh, I have to go there. Can I not go? Can I not do that? Can I do something else? So, align your nature with what you do. If you can get the right combination of that, that is your Svadharma. Many people don't get that chance. Therefore, do not force your children to do what you want to do. Align their nature with what they want to do. I mean, they may not be doing what you want to do because that is not their nature. As much as possible. I mean, when they are young, they will not realize that. They will not know. You ask them, when even the first year of college, what do you want to do? Oh, still exploring. If they do at 45 also, then there is a problem. First year or second year of college, you can understand. After finishing my master's also, I don't know what I'm going to do. Then whatever is wasting your 25 years of time. So as you are taking up your profession, especially tell your children, start aligning with what you are basically inclined to. And once they can get the match towards what they incline to and what they are doing, there ends the whole problem. And then they will enjoy what they do, even if nobody notices it, nobody even praises it, nobody even pays for it. Gurudev was asked this question, Swamiji, for 40 years you have been talking on Gita. Won't you get bored? Then I never get bored. Because I enjoy what I'm doing. There's no question of boredom in me. Because every moment I speak and I just love it. There's no question of getting bored or getting tired of it. That is Svadharma. The last one which we take up today is the introduction to Sthita-prajna. Arjuna asked this question, even if I am doing my Svadharma, etc., what is that I need to do, Kshatriya, etc., when does it end? I keep doing this till the last breath of my life. It should end at some point of time, meaning I should feel complete, fulfilled, and, as satisfied. Finish my job. So, difference between complete and finish? What is the difference between complete and finish? Anybody?
Finishing is executing the duties, completing is doing with your heart.
Very good. I will tell you what it is. So I have understood. Simple example. If you get the right spouse, you are complete. The next one I don't need to tell you. Okay. So Arjun is asking this question, when does karma end? Karma means after two types, okay? Karma in the form of what is to be done or what is being done. Karma also in the form of rebirth and rebirth and rebirth. When does it end? They keep on going. That is also karma. What you experience out of previous action is also karma, which is actually karma phalam, result. But usually they say karma. Oh, it's all because of karma. What mean? What I did, now I'm experiencing. When does it end? I do and the result comes, and again I do, the result comes, and then again I do. When does it end? Don't you all householders, say, when does it end, Swamiji? Every day I'm doing the same thing. The next stage is called Vanaprastha. Right? In our tradition, Brahmacharya, Grihastha-ashrama, Vanaprastha, and then Sannyas. What people do usually is after Grihastha-ashrama, not Vanaprastha. They become Vanaraprastha. Meaning from daughter's house to son's house to daughter's house to son's house. Like a Vanara. Like a monkey keep moving about it. So, when does karma end? That's the question Arjuna had in his mind. What is it? What should do it? Then Krishna says, in knowledge alone, karma ends. In correct knowledge, karma comes to an end. And the one who has got the correct knowledge steadily in his mind is called Sthita-prajna. This is a very important section of Bhagavad-Gita. And Sthita-prajna-lakshana means one of the characteristics of a person who has gained the knowledge in which karma action has ended. Now, tell me, many of you kids go for cricket or baseball or basketball and what all. When you are young and you are in the school, you have all these things going on, right? Whether you want it or not, your parents will push you to do that anyway. So, when does it end? When does it end? When your priorities change. This is not true. And they say cricket is important, basketball, all these things when they do, all right, that's a part of their curriculum or what they want. When does it end? When you have a priorities changed. When you go to the university or when you start working, then you will say you will probably play, but maybe the weekend. And after some time, that also weekend. And when you get married, that's gone. And then the children, finished. That's it. So when priorities change, your karma will end. Similarly, the karma, meaning in the form of effect of the past, will come to you constantly, the result of it. When does it end? Only when you have gained the higher knowledge. And the one who has gained the highest knowledge that I am not subject to death or birth, I am not subject to all these changes, I am the eternal presence, eternal self, birthless, deathless presence. I am always there. I do not need to depend upon any of the external circumstances for my joy, for I have found the innermost bliss in myself. Such a person, to him, karma ends. Therefore, he says, Sthita-prajna-lakshana-darshikaayai. He asked this question. Sthita-prajna-lakshana-darshikaayai kabhasha samadhistasya keshava stitadi kim prabhasheda kim asida vrajeda kim. How does a man of such knowledge will be described? What does he do? How does he work? How does he engage in this world? Krishna answers that, Prajahadi yata kaman sarvan partha manogadan atmanyev atmana tushtaha Sthita-prajna stada uchate. A person whose desires have come to an end, his karma comes to an end. And desire can end only when become desireless. When does he become desireless? Only when he is completely fulfilled. Our desires won't end unless we find joy in our own heart. Desires are demand for joy. Isn't it? Why do we desire anything? Because I'm unhappy, I want to get this. iPhone 17 has to come. 17 or 16? What? 15 only, no. Yeah. One man said, today I was talking to him. One man said, my wife and me, for her birthday, yesterday it was, we went to the nearest garden and we sat quietly for half an hour, looking at a tree with a lot of, fruits, apples and all that. So when we came back, for the birthday you did that? We went and sat in the garden and looked at a tree? Yes. Because she wanted Apple Watch. We sat in front of an apple tree and watched it. Now you tell me, there are so many things every other month, there will be new things coming up. When does the desire end? New products, new excitements. Desire is a demand for happiness. When we are getting bored, this is over, and another one. A desire for that. When you get another one. One is fulfilled, another one is coming up. Isn't that true? So when does it end? When the demand for happiness ends. And when does the demand for happiness end? Death? No. Death is not the end of demand for happiness. It ends only when you know that you are already happy. You have found the inner joy and contentment, and you discover that inner fulfillment. I do not want anything anymore. I am happy with myself. And this is not a new thing I'm telling you. Every night you do this. Every night what you do? Done for the day. Is it not true that I am anything I want or tomorrow? Kal karenge. Aaj nahi. Kal karta hu. This will become Kolkata. Kal karta hu. Aaj nahi. Oh, when does it end? You actually go to sleep only when you postpone what you need to do tomorrow. Knowledge is that, but not is postponement. It ends. I'm done. Why? Because I found the joy already inside. Atmanyev atmana tushtaha. One who has found joy in himself, Sthita-prajna, a steady wisdom, unchanging awareness, clarity in knowing that I am full, complete, and finished. Uh, such a person, when he starts looking at the world, what is very attractive, interesting, powerfully influencing for all others, for him, he doesn't feel that at all. Meaning, what is most powerfully influencing everybody else, what is attractive to all, for him, it doesn't give the same amount of thrill. And what is most fulfilling to him, others don't see it. Therefore, Bhagavan Krishna beautifully puts here, Yanisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sanyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sanisha pashyato mune. What is daytime for others, it is night for him. What is night for him is daytime for him. You know, the way of putting it is, what you see, he doesn't see. What he sees, you don't see. What he sees himself in is, I am complete and fulfilled, and every one of you are in you are full only. You are not seeing it. You are by yourself is full and complete, but you are not looking at it. Therefore, what you do not see, he sees. What you see, oh, that I want. Oh, this I want. This I want to do. That I want to do. Okay. That's just an example. See, I always give this example. When you come out of Bombay airport, very often I land in Bombay in India. When I come out of immigration, there will be rows and rows of liquid spirituality. You know what is liquid spirituality? Available in bottles. Varieties of them. Vodka, gin, I don't know what they are called. So when I pass through that, I have no attraction to that at all. Why? Because I know that is not my requirement. So even as I pass by, I have no intention to even to step in or watch and do. But the others, oh my God, they go berserk. When they come out of the immigration, first thing they go there in the bag, load, duty free. Because for them, that is the bundle of joy. Isn't that true? Gurudev used to give this example. A man and his wife and his child went into a big mall, big or shopping area. As soon as they entered, where would the child would go? Tell me. Toy shop. He do not know. Daddy, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want this. Daddy and mother. Totally disinterested. Okay, let him buy one, whatever, doesn't matter. Whereas a sari shop, the boy is totally detached. The fellow is playing with his toy. He's not interested in what the mother is looking at. And she bought one level, another sari of them. This is not matching my. The next party I'm going, this is not the color I want. Then no. I think this is my friend already has, therefore I don't want it. No. The man is looking at his purse. So he's totally detached. Next is the electronic shop. Both the wife and they were eating popcorn and then eating, but they are not interested in what he's going through berserk about this, all the new equipments, new electronic thing, new gadgets. So look at the world is the same. World is the same. But what your interest takes you there. So a person who has found an inner contentment, the world is the same, but he is not interested in it. One who has become fully aware of his own bliss inside, ya nisha sarva bhutanam, which others don't see. Tasyam jagrati, to that he is awake. Yasyam jagrati bhutani, for all what is available to all others. Sa nisha prashyato. For him, it has no meaning. Because his mind has become like an ocean Apuryamanam achala pradishtam samudramapa pravishanti yatvat tatvat kamayam pravishanti sarve sashanti mapnodi na kama kami. Just like many rivers are flowing into the ocean, but no ocean never rises its level. In the same way, desireful things are all there around him, but he will not lose his balance. Just like the many rivers flowing into the ocean does not raise that ocean level, it is so deep, how much ever water you pour, it remains the same. In the same way, a man of such Sthita-prajna, a man of steady understanding, even as he lives in this world and where so many desirable things are there which he observes, does not ever lose his balance. This particular state, even if you reach at the last part of your life, Esha Brahmi Sthiti Partha, Enam Prapya na Vimuhyati, na Enam Prapya Vimuhyati, Stitvasyam Antakalepi Brahma Nirvanam Richati. Even at the last moment, one reaches that point. No rebirth for him, no coming back, no more experiencing any more karma. He merges with God. He merges with the Absolute. He becomes one with everybody. He doesn't disappear. He becomes one with all of us. That's why we call him as Brahmalina. Gurudev is considered as Brahmalina, meaning he has become merged in that Brahman, the Supreme One. Just like the river, having reached the ocean, becomes the ocean only. It is no more a river. Right? In the same way, such a person becomes one with everybody. That's why Gurudev used to say, you want to find out where I am? Close your eyes, I'm in you. I am as you, your own being. So that is where I am. So that is the state of Sthita-prajna. The three topics we covered: Punarjanma-rahasya-prakatikaayai, Namah, Svadharma-prabodhinyai, Namah, and Sthita-prajna-lakshana-darshikaayai, Namah. So Bhagavad-Gita has got so much to teach us to become better. And by reading and reflecting upon Gita, one slowly improves in thinking. As I said, human beings are given this great opportunity to think and evolve. We should not lose that opportunity because we do not know in the next birth we'll be human at all or not. So this is the only chance. Let us grow in thinking and grow beyond thinking as well. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhat Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om.